up, people? How's it going? I am just hopping in my cold plunge. I've been, let me make sure you guys can hear me. I've been just doing yard work all day. Cut down a bunch of trees that were dead, just catching up on just some work. So teaching my boys a little bit about hard work, but figured I would go live in the cold plunge today. It's super hot out, so this does feel refreshing, but it is fucking cold. So as you can see in the title, I titled it, "What is wrong with people?" And so I'm gonna vent a little bit today. We took our boys to Jurassic World Live yesterday, and it was kind of our gift for them to, we've been traveling a lot. We've been working really hard. We've been traveling a lot, and just trying to, build our kingdom, right? We're trying to excel in all areas, and so, oftentimes our kids are drug along with that, and so we booked this concert or live show several months back, because we knew once we got to this point, it was going to be a hard year. So we've been going super hard. I travel again next week. I come home for a week, and then we travel again, and then we leave for Ireland in like 32 days or something like that for 2 weeks. So if you're just joining me, I'm in my cold plunge, cooling off from a hot day, hard work. I'm going to be draining this guy later after this. So, but what is wrong with people? So we're at this show, and because we knew, how hard and difficult this year is going to be, my wife and I, we paid for really nice seats. So we got front row for our boys, and I was having a hard time as a father. So the people behind us literally had no consideration for anybody around them. So I'll just kind of tell you what was happening. So they had 3 kids, and one kid sneezed about 150 times all over us. Like, they're behind us, he was sneezing like crazy. Now, being in the health and wellness business, like, I know he had a food allergy, right? And I'm not even a doctor. But, I watched him down a freaking ice cream cone, and then, he started complaining and whining, and I would guess he was about 10 years old. Started whining, complaining to his dad. Then his dad bought him 2 things of the cotton candy, and the parents were just oblivious. Like, they're oblivious to this kid sneezing all over us. They're oblivious to the fact that he couldn't sit still. He was just doing this the whole time. He was standing over my kids while they're sitting there trying to watch the show, and he was kicking the back of the chair. And so I'm not telling you this to you guys to complain. I'm just, sharing my real life thoughts with you guys. And so there's about 3 times that I almost lost my shit. Here we are, we spent hundreds of dollars to take our boys to this show, and we wanted them to have a blast. And my patience was wearing thin. And, I would look back at this couple with their kids, and they're on their phones, they're really not paying attention, they just don't give a shit, right? And the other thing that they're doing is they're taking pictures, and their flash was on, and, the whole fucking arena was dark. I had to kind of like channel my inner patience, my inner meditation that I've been working on. It's just like, I don't want this experience for my kids to be any worse than it already is. And, my son Declan was sitting next to me, so the kid was behind him, and, he's an easygoing kid. Like, he didn't say anything to me. So I just figured he was into the show and it wasn't bothering him. And then as we were leaving, we're talking to him. We're like, "Hey, what was the best, what was the thing you enjoyed the most?" So our kids told us what they enjoyed the most. And then my son Declan says, "Yeah, but the kid behind me was kicking my seat." And as a father, like, I just felt like terrible because I didn't say something. Because in the moment, what I was doing was I wanted that experience to be the best for my kids. and I didn't want to cause a scene or, you know, have them feel anxiety or anything like that because I called the parents out. So there was 3 times that I got real close to doing it, but I chose not to because my boys didn't seem like they're reacting as much as my wife and I were to, you know, just this disturbance like behind us. Like, this kid's rocking, he's kicking the seat, he's sneezing 100 times. You know, it's just like, holy shit, guys. Holy shit. And my wife and I got home and we just had a conversation of just like, what is wrong with people? Like, are people so oblivious and inconsiderate to other people? Like, my kids, I would never allow that to happen. And if they did, I would correct it. And some may say I'm a hard ass on my boys, but pretty much anywhere we go, my boys get told how well behaved they are. And so you can say I'm a hard ass, you can say whatever, but, you know, my kids aren't acting like that. So it makes me concerned for us as a human race. Like, these parents had no clue. And if they did, they chose to ignore it. And that's the problem we have in this fucking country. And it's just this idea. What really bothers me is the fact that, you know, by not taking action or not course correcting your children, because they've learned these behaviors from you or kids at school, and you haven't course corrected them, you're impacting literally generations of shitheads. Because that's where we're at now. We're at the point where, you know, the parents that put leashes on their kids and wouldn't let their kids, you know, basically go outside the bubble. Like, we're seeing those people become parents. Like, I'm a part of it, but I've chose to go the other way. And it's when I say, like, this kid's grandkids, like, if this kid continues down this path, like, his kids are going to be shitheads, and then his grandkids are going to be shitheads. Like, we see it with health all the time. And I'd like to know what you guys think. Like, did I underreact? Did I overreact? Like, I just, you know, I see men go on dates, and they don't hold the door open for their date. Or I see husbands not do it. Like, this is the degradation of society. And this is the people that we have to live by and live next to and work with and lead and coach and coworkers. Like, it's really saddening. And even though my son, you know, said that, like, I still feel like I made the right choice as a dad not to turn around and talk to some shithead father who wasn't gonna do shit anyway, you know, like, he clearly didn't give a fuck, and his wife didn't give a fuck. I mean, the other 2 kids, they were just on their phones the whole time, so they weren't really an issue. But it's like, guys, like, we can do so much fucking better for our children. Like, and you may not have to agree with me or my wife or how we raise our kids, but holy crap, like, I think we're doing a pretty damn good job in this crazy ass world. And you know, that's okay. Like, that's their choice as parents. It's not my choice. Like, it's just, if my kids impact somebody else, like, you know, I'm going to take care of it as a patient, you know, or as a person, as a parent. Like, I'm going to handle it, because I wouldn't want anybody to experience what my kids experienced yesterday or what I experienced, you know, like, and it's not that I care about what they think. It's just like, it's just common sense, and it's consideration for other people. And so that's kind of where I'm at, but I'm starting to lose feeling in my toes. So I'm going to hop on out of this and hope everybody's well. Let me know what you guys think, though. I want to know in the comments. Let me know what you guys think.